So this is my application that I named Control All the Things. And what it does is it controls all of the things in my house. So this is the UI that I created. Right now all I have added is my room AC and then my daughter's room AC. And so I can set the powered on and off. I can set different fan speeds, which are displayed here. So I'll set that to 60 and then it gets updated. Temperature, I'll update to 12. My daughter's talking through the door, so sorry about that. And then um, I can do the same with my daughter's room. And so I can stop this application. And so just to show you it's not running, and then restart it. And since the application updates um, it updates to a database, those different settings are saved. And so what I want to do with this is then create a central database um, on my local access network or local area network, and then um, I can query that with the app and get the current settings from my different um, smart devices or converted smart devices in my home, and then everything will show up on the app. And so it's something that I'm excited to continue to develop. Um, what I plan to do is create that database server and then also have some ESP 8266s or ESP32s. They're just like Arduinos with Wi-Fi or Bluetooth capabilities. And then I can have those also query the database and get a status. And so if I change that status on my phone, then it'll change the status on the database on the server, which then my ESP32s can query, and then they can change their status. So they can physically change the appliance. Um, so in my code, I I just have a user model, um, a user class that has those different variables. So it gets an ID that I can set, so it's not something that's auto-assigned. And then I can set the state, temp, speed, and then I just have a bunch of getters and setters that the app then um, accesses to control or change those different settings in the SQLite database that is present on my Android device. Um, so some problems that I ran into while developing this was in Android Studio itself. So I'm running on Linux, and for some reason, this virtual um, device that Android Studio can bring up so that you can test, it wasn't working correctly. And so I had to troubleshoot some things in the IDE. Um, I tried some different packet managers. So in Linux, I'm using Arch Linux. So there's the Arch user repository, which I got initially got the database or the studio from Android Studio, but that wasn't working. And so then I tried a different database using Snap and a Flatpak repository, and those weren't quite working either. So I came back to AUR and then um, had to download some extra things so that everything would start working. Um, as far as the code and developing in this, I've never used Kotlin, so I had to reference um, a lot of different documentation to be able to figure out how to implement a SQLite database, which I also haven't worked in. And basically, the whole process for me was just, is like one small step forward and then two steps back for the most part. But then, I eventually just chipped away at it until I got something that was working. And now, you know, I've learned quite a bit, and I feel pretty comfortable moving on that I can get my whole system working. And um, so that's what I've learned in this project, and thanks for watching.